Alright, everybody, so, um, probably should have uploaded this, like, right after I uploaded the LR tier list, but I was kind of scared that people were gonna, like, chew me out on that one, and then I would not want to voice any more of my opinions on the game, but it seemed like everyone, agreed with me with that one a little bit. I will say that I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about Incel in that list, so I made a pinned comment, but I'll just mention it here. So Incel would probably be like number 8 or like number 9, and then Beast Gohan would just get pushed out, because I can't stand that man. But anyways, we are here to rank the top 10 Dokkanfests as of right now, before the 8th anniversary starts. I know there's probably not going to be any TURs that are going to be coming out during the 8th anniversary. It's mainly going to be LRs, so this list is not really going to change. But since it's the start of a new year and all that, I figured I might as well make one just so that, like, I have one, like, set down before, new characters come out down this year and stuff like that. And I can have something to go back on to see what my opinion was. So, as you all can tell, we all know who we're starting out with. The greatest himself, or as I like to call him, Rad Shit, but yeah, I genuinely do not understand what they were thinking with this guy. This is literally, like, by far one of the worst fumbles in, like I think this, actually, no, I would dare say this is by far the biggest fumble in Dokkan history. There's, like the Beast Gohan and all that was, like, pretty bad, but, like, this is just, like, what is this? Like, seriously, what, like, like, the passive, the way it was designed, it does not make sense. Like, nothing about it makes sense. Like, why do you get, like, I don't know, I just, like, and on top of all that, like, I mean, I'm not gonna take this into consideration too much, but when this guy came out, what I remember, his banner was ass. There was literally, like, zero incentive. Like, first of all, it's Raditz. Well, no, said that wrong. Raditz. No one really cares about Raditz. Like, yeah, there's a few people here and there, like, oh my god, Raditz fans, like, but, like, guess what? He's not a popular character. People are not gonna be like, ooh, Raditz, like, let me summon for him. Like, they're not gonna be like that. So, that's the first problem. So how do you fix that? You make him broken. Guess what they didn't do? Make him broken. I mean, they did make him broken, but not in a good way. But so, that got fumbled. And then, lastly, the one saving grace of a unit that might suck, if they want to make some money, is to make the banner good. And guess what they didn't do? Is make the banner good. So, like, this guy was just, like, again, all around huge fumble. Funny enough, I would dare say he needs an easy A already. Like, just make this guy the first 200% leader to get an easy A. Like, who cares? But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, so let's go ahead and put him in there. Yeah. So, at number 10, I have Pan. Now, this might be a little bit controversial to some people, I would say, considering that this unit has probably the most damaging active skill in the game. Probably other than, like, I guess maybe Kaioken Blue Goku can kind of compete with her if you get a bunch of stacks, but, like, Kaioken Blue Goku is not surviving in most red zones and stuff like that. Not that she can, but, like, she can probably hang in a little better than him. Now, this is subject to change with the upcoming 8th anniversary LRs, because the GTLR is a base Goku and a Vegeta. Guess what she needs to activate her active skill? A GT hero category whose name includes just Goku. It can't, I don't think, well, no, this says includes Goku, but, like, a base Goku would activate, where is it? It's this one. It would activate this part of her passive. Wait, no, it's my bad. It's this one. So, it would activate the unit super attack where she would be able to greatly stack attack, because that's what you want with this unit, is you want to get a unit that makes her greatly stack attack. There's not really a good Giru, there's not really a good Trunks GT, so guess what, you're left with the Gokus, but there's not really a good, like, they want you to have a Goku GT, like, in the name. Guess what, characters don't have Goku GT. The Super Saiyan 4 Gokus don't have that, and they're the best Gokus from the GT like era. So having a base form GT Goku, or honestly even in the future, just like a Super Saiyan 2, or Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT, like would work good with her. But yeah, she needs this and she needs this, so that way she's stacking attack, and then she can eventually do this active skill that is like a nuke. So I would say, like, I might be being a little harsh putting her at number 10, especially since I'm going to be putting some units above her that I feel like some people might disagree with. But again, like, she just needs that Goku. I also just don't like the way, like, her, like, defense ability is, like, structured. Like, you put her in slot 1, like, yeah, if she gets attacked before, sure, but, like, afterwards, it's fair game. Like, this unit gets crunched. So, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Like, again, could be subject to change. I would probably place her higher if the new LR works great with her, so we shall see. But for now, she's at number 10. Next on the list, probably Tech Ultimate Gohan. Yeah. Now, it's funny enough. It's funny that this guy is still on these lists. Like, this is probably one of the most controversial units, I would say, ever, because I would say, like, the unit is, or not the unit, the community is divided to where, like, you either love this guy or you absolutely hate him. There's no in between. Like, I don't think there's, like, a people who are just like, yeah, he's good. Like, no, some people either hate him, they go out of their way to, like, make him look bad, and some people, like, just abuse him and, you know, just make, you know, use him and be pretty good with him. I'm probably one of those people. I'm not gonna say he's perfect. I'm not gonna say he's still as good as he used to be. But again, like, you cannot deny this. The greatly stacks defense permanently. Sure. Turn 1 in red zone, you probably don't want to put this guy in slot 1 in front of too many attacks. Like, if you absolutely have to, sure, go ahead. But he might get clapped a little bit. But this guy gets, like, 2 super attacks, maybe, like, 3 in some of the more harder ones, but I would say after that, he's fine. He'll be at almost, like, at least mine is, like, almost at 400k defense. You know, in 400, I feel like 400, 500k defense with guard is enough to tank most bosses. Like, they're not going to tank double digits from supers, but you'll tank all the normals, and the supers are not going to kill you. Like, they'll do 200 something k, like, maybe 300. In, like, the most extreme cases, like with Cell Max and the core, they might do like 500k. Which, again, that's not good per se, but it's like, hey, at least you can probably live. So that's why I like this guy. The one thing I guess I don't like is I never transform with him anymore, because there's no point. Like, he still guards when he transforms, so it's like, if you're on the very last turn and you just want a little bit more damage, sure, go ahead, transform with him. But other than that, I always basically keep him in this form and just stack and stack and stack until, you know, he becomes untouchable. So, I don't know. This might be a little bit biased. Some people might put Pan higher. Some people might put him... Oh, sorry. Some people might put him lower. I don't know. But this is where I would see... I feel like it's fair to put him at number 9. Like, I'm not like, pushing him up to, like, 7 or 6 or something, like, when there's all these other units, but... Next on the list, this might be just as controversial, but I would say the androids? To be honest, I don't, like, this unit's kind of weird, because, like, when they work, like, it's amazing, you love them, like, they, you know, on the turns where you're low health, and all that, and they make you get lucky with the tech orbs, they can full heal you. And then, you know, they'll have, like, a bunch of defense. Like, I've seen them get up as high as almost, like, 800k. And then they cannot take Ki Blast supers. Like, they just nullify that stuff. So it's like, they're pretty darn good, I would say, when they work. Now, when they don't work, I would say, yeah, I completely understand why some people might not even have these guys on the list. Just because, like, again, you know, when they don't work, when you don't get, like I would say, like, it's kind of bad to say this per se, but you honestly just want to get tech keys first, because they get more of a buff, and then like normal, because like tech non-tech key spheres is literally like almost half of what tech, so like tech key spheres is like double the power, so you definitely want tech key spheres. But I would say nearly like nowadays you have to get this 8 or more key spheres so you can get this 80% defense. Like otherwise it's just not, it's not gonna end well for this unit, I would say. But yeah, and then lastly, this is probably one of the main reasons I have them up here, is this Ghost Usher. This is very, very valuable. Like on the turns, let's say where this unit doesn't work out, you know, they don't make orbs, whatever, they're not linking, whatever the case may be. A lot of times, like this condition, one enemy with HP of 35 or more, or 3 enemies or more, like I would say you would nearly have this up nearly every time. Like, you know, red zone, one enemy 35% or more, like that's not that hard to get activated. So on the turns that you do just get screwed, you just pop their Ghost Usher. That's it, you know, just don't take, and then you just float them off, or like you can decide to maybe keep them and gamble with them the next time. But yeah, you could, or on rotations where other units are scaring you, these guys will save you. So that's why, like, if these guys didn't have this Ghost Usher ability and this was just like some other like defense and attack thing, like I probably wouldn't have them on this list, to be honest. But that is mainly why I have them on this list. So they're at number 8. Next on the list, you know, this one, okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting chewed out for this tier list, but next on the list I would have is Ginyu. Ginyu, I used to love this man. I mean, I still do. He's still great. I don't know why I'm talking about him like he's ass right now, but I'm just kind of sad that they already kind of pushed out a lot of the Ginyu Force stuff. Like, yeah, there is a possibility of us, like I guess in the far future maybe we can get like an LR of this guy, like Ginyu Goku, just LR by himself. Because the other LR, it's Ginyu Goku and the Ginyu Force. So this guy would have his own name, and then he would work great on this team. And I feel like he would kind of revitalize this guy quite a bit. But I'm just worried because like a lot of those Ginyu Force members have already came out, and like, and if there's a somewhat jump in difficulty in the 8th anniversary, like the Ginyu Force team might like fall out of shape. They're definitely gonna like end up needing some type of buff. But they already, you know, easied all the free-to-play units. You know, this guy's out. The banner units have been out for about a long time now, so it's like they would need a new character. So if they do get that, great. This guy will still be here on the list, maybe even go up on the list. But if that doesn't happen, I fear for Ginyu. Ginyu might have to skedaddle skadoodle, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Overall, great unit. Definitely feels like you want like the full Ginyu Force team. Like once you get that structured though, like you can use the full Ginyu Force team on like, you know, Conquest Turs, Space Traveling Warriors, Ginyu Force, like you can use it on all these teams. Only one that you probably can't use is, you know, Mind and Body Corrosion, but yeah. After him is Majin Vegeta. This guy is really good. I mean, how do I word this? He's really good defensively. He was not this good when, let's just say, a certain unit wasn't out yet. Maybe I should pull them up just to emphasize this, but yeah, when this part of his passive wasn't like always active, the part where you get 30% damage reduction because of a Trunks, yeah, he was not that good. Because you would have to go throw on some kind of garbage Trunks just to get this off. And then, like, yeah, he'll be good. But it's like you're bringing the team down again to make this guy look good. And I feel like no matter how good the character is, if you are bringing the team down for them, like, yeah, they might be able to save you and stuff. But what happens when that crappy unit you put on the team gets caught? Like, guess why that unit is there in the first place? Because of the unit that you're trying to make look good, which I feel like that, in hindsight, makes the unit bad? I don't know. That's just the way I see it. But yeah, like when these guys came out, here, I'll just pull them up. Where are they? There they are. Yeah, when these guys came out, all of Majin Vegeta's problems, I would say, were solved, because these guys are like his perfect partner. They have a Trunks in the name, so they give him his passive. They can sit in slot 1 and just, you know, tank, while Majin Vegeta sits in slot 2 and gets his defense raise and all that from his passive, and he has 50% damage reduction if you give him the orbs. And then also, another way that these guys complement each other is when you go below health with Majin Vegeta, he makes in orbs when you're at 88% HP or less. So guess what? You can give those in orbs to the LR Vegeta and Trunks, and they will heal probably your entire health bar. So that's why I feel like these two work amazing together. But yeah, I would say before those guys came out, he was probably like pretty low on this list. Might dare say that he's not even on the list, but yeah, he's really good with Vegeta and Trunks. Like that was like, I don't know, I would assume that was intended by Dokkan, but like, see, that's like smart design. Not whatever the hell this is. This is like, I don't, like, they must have left the janitor in the studio, and his favorite unit is Raditz, and he made this up thinking that it was good, but, you know, homie didn't think about it or test it. But anyways, moving on. Next unit on the list is Yamcha. Now, I will say, I don't have Yamcha, I didn't summon for him, I just don't really care for the character as a whole. Like, animations are fire, he's pretty good, I would say, he's definitely not bad. I just did not care for him. Also, his banner, I think, was kind of ass. So, yeah. But, what's it called? My only problem, I would say, with this guy not being higher on the list is that he's a Yamcha, you know? I mean, as funny as it is, this guy's actually like one of the best linking partners for Beast Gohan, but you know, Beast Gohan is not actually Beast Gohan, so. But yeah, like, where are you really gonna use this guy? This guy's not gonna be, like, I don't think he's gonna be getting much more categories from this, and like, all these categories, like, yeah, like, he's good, but like, are there other units on these categories that are, like, I would say good? I would probably say not. I don't know. Again, some people might like him a little higher, some people might like him a little lower, but I would dare say, like, he's not going to be, like, I don't think he's lower than 5. Like, he is pretty good. He, like, his dodges, the amount of damage he can do while you still have this intro buff active. Like, if this intro buff was active for more than 4 turns, or if it was up permanently, which I feel like it should, since they require you to have a whole team of warriors raised on Earth. Like, if you want me to make that big of a commitment, give this to me for the rest of the you know, the fight, because like, why would I go out of my, like, yeah, sure, it helps, but it's like, for 4 turns, it's just disappointing. Like, I'd rather have this permanently if I'm gonna, so that way you are heavily incentivized to build a team like this. But instead, they just do that just so he can be a little bit better for the first 4 turns, and he kind of like, after that, you have to rely on him dodging, otherwise he will be kind of in a problem. And then I also just wish that his chances to dodge, like this chance to dodge with each super attack, I wish this stacked on top of his 50%. So that way, if he triple supers in a turn, he'll go up to 80% chance to dodge. But this is actually a separate chance, which is kind of stupid, I feel like. Like, I don't see what the point in this is if it's just going to be a separate chance, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Next on the list, we have Bardock. This guy, I honestly, when I first read his details, I was like, this guy sucks, or like, what is like this guy, like I don't know. I expected a lot more from him. He definitely has the best intro in the game, no doubt about it. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. But I come to find out that like his scouter is really good. Like even though it's only for 5 turns, it's very viable, especially if you bring a team where it's just kind of scary at the start, but then, like, you know, after the 5 turns have passed, your team's already set up and you're good to go. Like, you're not really worried about where the super attacks are per se. And like, when you get this guy fully built up, like, he's not eating supers from like the core or something like that, but he gets to almost like 1,000,000 defense, so he can definitely take normals. But yeah, super attacks like still hurt this guy, but he's pretty good. Like I didn't expect him to be hitting like the reason why I was kind of fooled is I thought that honestly the max defense he'll go up to is like I thought he would only go up to like 500k, but I guess with the way all these buffs multiply into each other, he actually gets up to almost like 1,000,000 when he is fully stacked up. Links are like okay. He's not like, he doesn't have like the best links per se, but you know, he has Prepared Battle, Saiyan Lineage, Fierce Battle, Saiyan War Race, like, you know, basic Saiyan links that can link with most characters. And his team is also, I would say, pretty good. Goku family and Pure Saiyans, like basically every Goku gets 200%, so overall, like, just a solid unit. Like, there's nothing wrong with him, there's nothing bad about him. Active skill could be a little bit stronger, but it is what it is. Now, next, I could probably just fill out these last three and just talk about them all together. So I have Gamma 2 at 3, Kid Goku at 2, and then Gamma 1 at number 1 unit in the games. Or not unit, just TUR in the game. So Gamma 2, I would say when this guy is linked up with, like, here's the thing about Gamma 2 and 1. I wouldn't say they're a completely different unit when they're not linked to each other, but I cannot sit here and say that they're the same unit when they're like not linked up together, you know? Like, Gamma 2 can still put in work when he's not linked up with Gamma 1, but he is, I would say, a little more scary. I don't know. Like, I don't really use this guy too often without Gamma 1, so I can't really say like how good or bad he is, but I would probably say, like, regardless if he's linked with Gamma 1 or 2, Kid Goku is better, and that's just because Kid Goku has like some of the dumbest support in the game, I would dare say. But yeah, this guy he's basically like a mini LR cooler, I would dare say. Like, you know, when he gets fully built up, he's tossing out like triple 10 million attack stats. There's the one turn, I think, where he can quadruple super 10 million attack stats or so. So he's overall like just great. He can't eat supers, like maybe after you triple super with him he can, but I don't think he really like can do that most of the time. But overall, a lot of times he's gonna be killing the bosses before they can get to attack him, so that's why he's like up here on the list. Kid Goku is just, this is probably my favorite unit like design ever, and like probably my favorite unit released from this year, because like it was an exciting moment to see this guy come out, but then like the fact that they made him so good is also just great. Like, and it's specifically this part right here. The 8% damage reduction support. Like, it might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot. It is a heavy investment. And you know, it's just the fact that he's also untouchable because he gets 7% per rainbow key sphere. So like, this guy can go up to almost like, I think 42 damage reduction or so, 42%, with him having like, I don't know, 500, 700k defense at certain times. Like, oh, you know, he doesn't take damage. That's it. It's simple. He's just there. He supports. He's a perfect he's the perfect unit that you can either run as on rotation with like Android 8 and they would not take damage from any of the game, or you can run him as a floater and he will support. Like, he will support with the 8% damage reduction, or he's a unit that you can just put on the back end and you don't have to be worried about him dying. So, and then lastly, Gamma 1 is, yeah, would I dare say that this guy is better than Beast Gohan? Sorry for the voice crack. Would I dare say this guy is better than Beast Gohan? You know what? Screw it. I think this is just my agenda at this point, is to bash Beast Gohan in like every video. So yeah, I'm gonna go outright say it. Gamma 1 is better than Beast Gohan. Simply because of the fact that this guy, I have used this guy on teams where I just put him on, like I didn't have anyone link with him, he was just a floater, and he still did his job, because guess what? He guards for 4 turns, he builds up 50% damage reduction, and, you know, a bunch of other stats, and then he also supports all allies, like not anything specific. Like this is also great, like the countering the unarmed super attack, but I would say like you probably don't see this too often, so I'm not going to consider it. But like yeah, when he is fully built up, like 50% damage reduction and like almost 500k defense at 55%, and like that, he doesn't die from most things in the game. Like I would maybe say, like, I guess if he is in a situation where this guy is not linked up with Gamma 2 per se, and Kid Goku is also like in his best situation, maybe you could try to say Kid Goku's better, but I don't think so. I think this guy, like, regardless of him being with Gamma 1, regardless of him not with Gamma 2, or him not being with Gamma 2, he's just that good. Like, there's just nothing about it. He's literally, like, he just, you know, you put him in the team, you, like, maybe first rotation, you make him get his attacks. He only needs 5 attacks. It's not like he's asking for a lot. And then you can just float him off, or you can also just keep him on rotation, because he's that good defensively. He has a, like, the link set between Gamma 1 and 2 work great, because they get a lot of attack and defense from each other. So yeah, you end up with a unit, like, if you have this guy rainbowed link level 10, linked up with Gamma 2, this is a unit that busts out, like, I don't know, a 13 million attack stat with, like, almost a million defense and 50% damage reduction. And, you know, if you get him fully built up, like, while he's still guarding, he can have all that while guarding. Like, there is nothing in the game that can damage a guard unit with a million defense and 50% damage reduction. There's literally nothing. Nothing can hurt him, basically. And even when his guard does go away, he's still, like, the hardest AGL bosses. He'll just eat their super attacks, because he is just that good. So, yeah, this would be the final list right here. I feel like I'm gonna get trashed a lot for this, like, bottom part of the list, but I feel like these 4, or like the top 5, is like set in stone for like mostly everybody. Like maybe some people will move some of these around, but like I don't think anyone would put Gamma 1 like not at number 1. Like it's just not likely. Like I don't know. I really do like Kid Goku. Like I feel like if someone did put Kid Goku, I'm not gonna argue too bad with it. Like I probably would disagree, but I'm not gonna like call you insane or anything along those lines. Like I would just say like to each their own. So but yeah. Yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of the list. Let me know if you guys would reorder anything at all. I definitely like reading other people's opinions and like how they see units in the game. Like maybe you'll change my mind about one of these units, but we all know there's one unit that no one can change anyone's mind about, is this guy. So yeah, let's just, when we all grow up, don't try to be like Raditz. Try to be like literally anything else. But anyways, just ranting at this point. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate all the support on the videos recently. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next video. Peace.